85%.
85.
84.
She said 85.
Like 9 in 10
Okay,
men
okay.
are going to
She'll
do
go down
horrible things
1%.
to you.
I do
That
have
means,
a few very
like,
good
all of
best
them would do
friends who are
something.
males, and they would never put me in harm's way. But just males who I'm casually talking to out at the bars with, 80%.
Even the men. Oh,
Does that happen a lot at the bars? You've had that happen a lot?
They're just when they get drunk, especially they get weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
They get
I don't
weird.
Been drunk at a lot of bars. I don't
I
remember
like men.
ever.
I'm just scared of them.
I don't remember ever doing anything like that.
Because you were drunk.
See,
Do you think that there'd be
must
more
not
of
be
a
around
panic in the
good
bar
guys.
if it was men drunk at the bar or a bear walked into the bar? What do you think would cause more alarm?
That's a funny
So
thought. Just
here's an even easier way to think about it. If you were to walk up to a random man, just a random guy you didn't know, and just pat him on the head, okay? Versus walking over to a random bear you didn't know and patting it on the head, which one do you think would savagely eat your face?
The man.
I wish I could pet a bear, but yeah.
It would be the man. Yeah. You might as well double down on the retardation, right? I mean,
Have you ever
You calling me a retard?
that's the stupidest
Raped
thing I've
before?
heard in weeks.
Has that ever
85%.
That you
I
think
mean,
that if you pat a random man on the head versus a random bear, that you think the man would be just as likely as a bear to eat your face? Yeah, what do you think I would think about that
I
statement?
didn't ever say that.
That's
You
the
said
question
that.
I asked you, and you said yes. I asked you that question verbatim.
The
You said
bear
yes.
The bear would.
Not
I
the
don't-
man.
The man.
You said the
Okay,
man.
no, I'm so sorry. I meant the bear.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Do you understand why that would be retarded?
Yeah, right.
Don't call
understand the retarded call?
people
Can we say
retards.
Diddy.
It's bad taste.
Well, probably
Period.
You
not.
call your
I
friends
just,
retards when they're acting
Well, like the bear would just not even think about it. The bear would just
yeah, the
kill
bear's
you.
just gonna eat your face.
The man would
right?
have to be
that's-
maliciously and
I'm so sorry. I keep
intently
mixing
trying
no-
to.
I don't know.
No, wait. Okay, if I'm thinking the man would
mix
eat
up
my
men
face.
and bears often, do we?
No, I'm so sorry. I'm just.
Okay. Look, I remember earlier, really early in the conversation, you said you're a bit nervous, so I'm going to cut you a ton of slack, and I'm just going to see if we can't revise this, okay?
Yeah.
If you
Okay.
were to walk over to a random guy in the street, okay,
yeah.
and pat him on the head versus a random bear that you come
No,
across.
the bear would get me.
Yeah, not the man, right?
Not the man. No.
Yeah, so don't you think that you should take that into account if you think, well, I would be stuck in the forest with one of these creatures long term for a long period of time, that possibly that bear, the thing that if you just touched it on the head would eat your face, might be the thing not to go out in the forest with.
No, yeah, and I had said that from the start.
Right, but
yeah.
but you would also offset this with like 85% of men are going to do horrible things to you, right?
Yeah, I'm scared of men.
So I just
Maybe it's just based on her personal.
yeah, that's fair. But even then, I still got to ask this one last question. So you think 85% of the men of your family would essay a woman if they were in a forest with her?
No, I don't think any of my brothers or my dad would do that to a woman.
Don't
pray.
you? Okay, then
I
do you
pray
see
that.
the cognitive dissonance of saying that you think 85%?
They're good people, though.
Yeah, but do you think that 85%, you realize that only leaves 15%, right?
And they would be in the 50%.
Yeah, so they're your whole family, of course, is in that 15%. It's just everybody else's family.
I'm
bunch
just
of
saying my
fucking
two
weirdos.
brothers and my dad. I'm not saying anyone
And just
else in my
just
family.
to follow up on that, if you were right and 85% of men were that way inclined, why aren't women just being essayed in the street all the time with reckless abandon?
Why don't they just put them in cages? Just like stuff them in there. Like, get in there.
That actually happened in Seattle.
It's just behind closed doors.
Why are you guys able to even walk the streets? If
I can't. That's the
85%
point I'm trying to make. I literally cannot. I have to dress like a man to walk around my own town. Otherwise, I get
Yeah.
harassed and all the other literally
What do we mean by harassed?
chased down. I swear.
You don't
to
get
God.
chased down in
Dude,
your
I
fucking
actually
town for
swear
walking
to
down
God,
the
it
street.
just happened.
naturally-
It just happened. I
we
made a
saw you
police
wearing
report.
lingerie by a sewer.
Okay, I was with a man. He kept me safe.
She had clothes on her back.
I was with my
you were with
ex-boyfriend.
you were
She
with
wanted
my
to take out. She was hiding
ex-boyfriend.
down there because they were chasing her, bro.
You guys are.
She had an extra spare.
I won't go into the woods by
so
myself.
just to clear it up,
Like I won't.
the safety factor was that you were with a
Man, she trusts.
Yes,
Man.
because he it's the only way you can stay safe in the woods against a man is with another man. Like, unfortunately, the only way I am safe
Yeah.
in this world is by dressing like a man or being
But
with
can
a
we
man.
go back to the fact that
that's
if you
how
just
it is.
dress
You
like
can't
a-
dispute that.
that if you just
or
dress-
dressing like normally, I guess.
Yeah.
But like I don't, so I
So-
have to dress. I have to dress normal to be safe.
Oh wait, so if you dress
So
like a
it is
prostitute,
the-
wait, hang on, back up. So if you dress like a prostitute, men think you're a prostitute?
I look way too nice to be, like. Yeah, I may be dressed like a little slut, but I'm not. No one would ever think that I am dressed like a prostitute.
And she knows it.
There's a difference between being a
Brian.
slut and liking the way you dress.
Okay,
I just like the way I dress. I'm not a slut. Though.
Okay, so there's a couple things here I'm just going to reject. I categorically reject that if you walk down the street in your hometown,
Do you want me-
that men are chasing you
Do you want me
down
to
so
pull
that
up the
they can
police
SA you.
report? Because I can pull up the police report. I just
A man may have done that. Men are not doing that in your hometown.
okay.
A man, perhaps. Men, not so much.
Okay.
Yeah, that's actually impossible, right? That
I'm
would
not
be
saying
that would be
it's
like an
every
impossibility.
single man. I'm just saying where I live, it's dangerous to walk around because of the men, especially if you're.
And it's how
downtown.
you and it's how you dress. Do you
It
think?
shouldn't have to matter. That's why
Yeah,
that
my-
trend on
that's-
TikTok.
hang on, let me
is
finish
like,
the question.
I'm so sorry. You're right. I'm getting heated. So
I just want to
I'm
let me
sorry.
finish the
Change that split.
question. Okay, I just want to know if you're walking down the, I don't know, the street in your hometown in a nice flower dress. Are men chasing you down to SA you in the street? They're just like
I don't know
rabid.
what
They have
they-
pitchforks. I'll get her.
I don't know. I don't really know what
don't
their
know?
intentions are. They mostly, I think mainly they just want to like have a moment to talk to me, but it's like still scary.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That they talk to you.
Because you don't know what.
Well, no, because it'll be like some 40-year-old man, and usually they do think that I'm like doing some sort of services, but it's like
So they think
I
you're a
don't know.
prostitute.
I don't ever think that it should be.
So hang on, just so I get this right, they think you're a prostitute, so they stop to collect your services.
Yeah, I guess.
and
Not
that
all
is the
time. I
same
just think
that-
that's like an example of a reason why they do come towards me specifically. And I do walk around in cute little pretty sundresses where like I like look kind
they
of like a
run you
basic
down.
pretty little
And
girl,
they run
you
you
know.
down.
And it's that's just my town, but it's just like not.
What is,
I don't know. It's not the
what
point.
is this? What is this grape capital of the world called?
I don't know. I'm starting to
Sounds
think
like you're living
by
like
you
a
guys-
post-apocalyptic.
Yeah,
post-apocalyptic
By the
totally.
way,
sort of-
you guys are talking
We can't
about
come
how
out at night
unsafe
because
the
the
world
men-
is and how men are just like.
I didn't-
I don't
no,
know.
no,
It's
No,
just-
she
it's just
said that
weird.
85% of men. would
Nobody
harm-
said
And
that
I
the
didn't
world is
agree with
safe.
that.
Yeah.
I didn't agree
But from
with that.
from what I see in the world, it seems as though women can walk around completely carelessly, and the only reason that they can do that is because they have the protection of the force around them, and the force around them comes from men. So if 85% of men all had this same objective,
You'd
then
be in
why wouldn't
cages.
they just be doing it all the time?
Yeah, they just stuff you in
Why are
cages.
you here?
Which happened in Seattle.
I think
Someone-
they're giving definitely.
Yes, there are some men
Yeah.
who do some horrible things, just like there's some women who have sex inside of schools with boys, right? And so the thing is, like, some do bad things, agreed. Some women do bad things. The idea here, though, is that if 85% of men collectively just decided that women were going to be, I don't know, fuck puppets, they would all get together and stuff them in cages, and what the hell could women do about that?
That's what Diddy did.
That doesn't contend with the point.
I'm just saying,
Get what
like,
he says, like, just contend with the point, though.
but like,
But like, we contend
genuinely,
with the
do you
point.
think like men versus women, like men do more like horrible things?
Nope.
You think it's 50-50?
No, I think women do it more.
You think women do it more? So then why is it like,
Can I give you my rationale for why?
yeah.
Okay. So, depending on how you categorize SA, okay, I have seen many, many times women at parties walk by and casually smack men in the rear. I've seen them casually walk over and rub their shoulders. I've seen them run their fingers through their hair. I've seen them very casually put their hands all over men.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a shit. However,
They should.
if a man casually walks by and gives a
Yeah.
woman a nice slap on the rear, or let's say goes over to a couch and begins to rub her shoulders, things like that. Oh my God! Oh my God!
I agree.
However, these aren't counted categorically the same.
No, they
So
are.
for women, no, they're definitely not. Men don't report any of this. However, women do report all of this, right? And so the thing is like, it's completely the same exact thing, right? It's just that women don't get held to account for it. So no, I categorically believe that women actually do it more. When I look at what happens in schools, I see that it's usually the female teachers who are the predators of young men.
Yeah.
That's what I see over and over and over and over. And by the way, when it comes to even serial killers, usually women are in the placement of being against the people who can fight back the least, right? And so you see nurse killings, and you see baby killings, and you see little child killings. No, I actually think that women are even more predatory than men, and you can find all this information on my great wife, Rachel Wilson Substack. I highly suggest everybody goes and checks it out because she did all the research on it.
Yeah, I actually agree in that part. I think that there's a double standard of reported statistics. Because I remember this one night, like 2 years ago, I was with my friend at the time. We went out to a college campus to, hang out, party, whatever.
Speak up just a little.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, there you go.
We went out to the campus and like partied, whatever. And this woman walked up to him and grabbed him by the nuts.
Yep.
And was like, "Hi," and I was like, "No, get back!
Right.
You have no right to touch him like that." Like I was literally livid.
But they don't.
He didn't know how to respond.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is like he just moves on, right?
Yeah, he
And
did.
so the thing is this happens so frequently
Yeah.
that women just take it for granted. And so what the cope from women is, but we're just not threatening. So it's okay for us to do it. It's not okay for you because you're a threat. And it's like, no, that's bullshit.
Yeah, we're human.
Right? That's bullshit. And women will do all sorts of insane things too, like poke holes in condoms that are used to get pregnant with a guy's kid.
Mm-hmm.
They do all kinds of crazy ass fucking shit. And we just kind of pretend that they don't, that they're just born these perfect angels. And that's really far from the truth. So anytime I hear this kind of idea that, well, no, men are predatory, we have all the data on, it's like, yeah, you report it. You know what happens if a man reports that a woman went over and grabbed his dick at a party? The cops go, so?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here, dummy.
He didn't report it either.
But if he did, how seriously do you think it would have been taken?
Like you said, it's
They wouldn't have given a
unfortunate.
shit. So it's like, yeah, no, I kind of refute, and not only have I given kind of a refutation, but I just reject it. I just don't believe it. I've seen it so much with my own eyes. So when women say, well, what about my experience of men who are, constantly approaching me, who are constantly putting their hands on me? I agree that all happens. I'm not disputing that. I've seen that shit too. I just think that women turn a blind eye to the opposite. That this happens just as much to men, and that you all see it too, but you just don't care. You're just like, whatever. I don't fucking care. But you know what? They wanted it. Right? Oh, the men want it. They love it. They love the female attention. It's like, if that standard was ever applied the other way, oh, you wanted it, what would I sound like?
Hail and well met.
Yo.
Low Paladins donated
Thank you, man.
$200.02. I had a
have a couple
waitress
other
start
chats,
rubbing
too.
my shoulders while I was on a date with my girlfriend of 4 years. If a male waiter did the same thing to my girlfriend,
Oh, yeah.
it would have
I agree.
100% created a violent encounter.
Lowell Paladins would have got up and clouded his face, right? He would have been like, you fucking piece of shit. He would have clouded him out, just out like a light. But what I'm saying with this is like, I'm not saying that women don't get assaulted by men. Clearly that happens. And I'm not saying that men are not untoward towards women, and they get drunk and they do retarded shit and things like this, and that women shouldn't be safe. They should. All right? This clearly happens. I've seen it with my own eyes. I'm just saying that it seems to me that when it happens in reverse, nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
unfortunate.
for
I'm
example,
sorry.
like my friend, or not my friend, but this person I know online, this girl was trying to like say that whatever, like she got cheated on by this guy, and he got caught cheating, and then she beat the fuck out of him.
Yep.
And then he posted the proof on Twitter, his face like bloody and everything, and all the comments were like, you shouldn't have cheated then.
That's what you get, right?
And like
if that had happened in reverse, what would it have been like then?
Exactly. That's and I was
Yep.
like tweeting, but then I deleted it because like I'm scared of the fucking people. Like if it was in reverse, everyone would
Just look
be,
at Jake. So me and Jake will be walking down the street, and just mobs of women will just surround him and just grab him, and they'll start rubbing his shoulders, shit. Like, do you think that poor Jake should have to experience walking down the
Poor
street
Jake getting him.
and dealing with this every single day? I mean, And who's here to speak up for Jake? Nobody.
Honestly, not me. Just be
It's
less
not
hot.
you.
Just look up the statistics of it.
I think that makes me a victim.
That's right.
Hail and well met.
Well, I
No
just,
Paladins donated
Oh, yeah.
$100.02. How many men have you come across in your entire life that have not killed or you? Remove the words.
What?
Question for you.
How many men have you come across in your life that haven't killed you?
I mean, I can say safely that I have been assaulted by more men than I have consensually been with men. So
But how many men you've met and had interactions with in any regard?
that's a dumb thing to say.
Why?
Why?
Because it's like, that's literally, like, of course I'm going to run
public.
into men. If I had the choice, though, I would never be around
And they
men.
were all kind of cool.
Don't you have a boyfriend?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
So
you
you'd
could
never
call
be
him.
around your boyfriend
He
again?
doesn't even like being called a man, dude. Because he knows.
Oh,
Dude, I
he's
just
a
looked it
they.
up. I know we're not supposed to be on our phones. I don't care. I just looked it up. It says 91% of assault victims are women.
Because it's
and-
reported.
Okay, well then.
That's not our fault that
Fucking
men don't
God.
report it, though.
Like, I'm
Do
actually
you
just
understand
done,
also
bro.
that they
This is-
take
you
the
guys are literally-
unreports? They take an
there's no
estimate
getting-
from of the amount of women who have not reported these
Okay, well,
things
it's-
and add that as well.
And 99%
You
of
got
assaulters
into the
are
mic.
men.
Into the
That
mic.
is what just
Into the
you
mic.
just.
Yeah.
You gotta get into the mic. Screw your chair in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. That is what I don't know. So
Okay,
it's
so
like,
let us assume you had a classroom with 20 women and 20 men, okay? Or 20 boys, 20 girls, okay? And all of them were assaulted. All of them, okay? 19 of the girls reported it, and only one of the men reported it.
Okay.
So
and
then
that
you would
sucks. That
say
is sad.
90% of all assault victims are women. But that's not actually true.
True. It's really.
That's not actually true.
Well,
It's
then-
just that the data that we have shows that you have this amount of them who claim that this happened, and so we count that, and all of these other ones who never reported this,
Okay, well,
they're
I'm
not
sorry
counted.
that men think that they shouldn't be able
lot
to
of data's
report
like that.
things.
Oh, I'm
but
sorry. If
no,
I said you had it
absolutely
coming,
can't.
what would you say to that? And now suddenly not so funny,
No,
right?
men should absolutely report it, and no one.
Yeah, but
no
nobody's going to do anything about it.
They absolutely should, though, and that's
Yeah, but they
not my
absolutely
fucking
aren't. And where
problem.
are you, all you women with picket signs saying, hey, women, stop sexually assaulting men? Fucking nowhere. That's where you are. You're out trying to get abortions. You're out with signs saying, let's abort our kids. I've never seen women with signs saying, women, stop sexually assaulting men. Never seen it
done
No,
with
once.
this
actually, I cut off one of my
podcast.
like.
I'm just gonna go right
friends
outside
because
for the
they
man.
said
think
she
it's
assaulted my
equal.
friend.
so
I
dumb.
Men assault more women than
I cut off
Prove it.
a person that I knew because they
Prove it.
sexually
Well, I
assaulted my
can't.
friend.
I'm just giving you
That
my
was a man.
opinion.
What's that?
I cut off one of my old friends because she sexually harassed or assaulted my friend who was a man, and I cut off contact with them.
That's great.
Yeah, absolutely.
And,
Like,
and
that's
there's
not
women,
love
I know
everyone,
women
dude.
who have cut off contact with women who have made false essay charges towards
Yeah.
men, and that's great. But I see tons of women with picket signs saying it's my right to choose. Don't take away my right to abortion. Please, you believe all women. I've seen those. I've seen believe all women signs. You know what I've never seen once? What about men? What about men? What about men being essayed by women? Never seen it even once. Ever. Nobody in the chat's ever seen it. Nobody on this panel's ever seen it. None of you have ever seen it because it never happens. Because women don't give a shit.
Which is
But what-
heartbreaking.
Assault is bad in general.
Yeah, you've never seen that. You've never seen women holding a sign saying, believe all men.
Well, men
Never
are-
happened.
Men,
It's never happened.
It's not
Especially
our
if
fault
men are more
men
likely
don't
to tell the
report it.
truth as well.
Well, wait a second. Imagine me saying that in the opposite way. Yeah, women get essayed all the time. It's not my fault they don't report it. Stupid bitches. They should fucking
They
report
should
that
report
shit.
it.
So, do you think that men should have empathy towards the fact this happens to women?
Yes.
Do you
and
think
I
they should
also
support?
have-
Do you think they should support women that this happens to? Do you think they should stand out with women and say women need to be believed? They need to be taken seriously?
I think everybody needs to be believed.
Every
Yeah.
single person.
Yeah, okay, great. I've seen tons of men at rallies saying believe all women. I've seen them say at tons of rallies, women get essayed at these astronomical rates. I've seen all of that. I've never seen a single time, not ever in my life, at any political rally I've ever been to, which is many, a single woman holding a sign saying, men get essayed, what about them too? Never fucking
I'm gonna
happened.
make the sign right now. And
Frody,
Good, go
let's
make
take
it.
a
tweeted
moment.
about that.
Go make it.
Somebody can start it.
It'll make me feel better.
100%.